Alright guys and girls, welcome to another episode of Astral Auto Repairs. Can you dig it? Alright, check it out. We got a 1981 Mercedes Benz 240D diesel. And if you recall yesterday, last episode, we checked it out. Come to find out we got both horns that's no good. So we're about to show you today how to replace those horns. So we're going to replace them. Also, guys, you know, any kind of mechanical technician should not over exceed their limits, right? And that's considering Astral too. That's including Astral too. One, we don't do body work. Two, we don't get involved with transmissions because you know transmission is a whole new field. We might change it out, but as far as rebuilding, that's a whole new field. And number three, we avoid at all possibilities to go into diesel. That's another new field. We'll touch around in it, what we know and all, but we really don't get involved with it. And having said that, this 81, I noticed yesterday when we checked it out, it ran kind of rough. It ran really rough when it was cold, and as it warmed up, it started to get a little bit better. And what I'm going to do is I'm looking for suggestions and opinions on what it could be. We got a subscriber, I believe his name is Edward. He seems like he's pretty knowledgeable on these older diesels, so I'm really looking forward to hearing what you got to say. And what we're going to do is we're going to turn this vehicle around at the end of this and start it up. I want you to let me know what you think about it. I mean, this thing is like, it's like really shaking, and then it starts to smooth out after a while, and even still, it's kind of rough. So give me some input on that. As far as whether the injection pump needs timing or anything like that, whatever. Give me some advice. Alright, so let's get this car jacked up, get up under there, get the two new horns, and get this thing taken care of. We'll be right back. Hey guys, here we go. Got a nice carpeted garage. This is cool. Got my jack stand up under there, my hydraulic jack and my jack stand. And I got my little light right here. And for this job, I'm going to need a 3/8 drive ratchet. Oh, that's a 14 millimeter. I meant to get 13. Dang it. And a 4-way screwdriver. Could be long, short better. Alright. Let's start over this way. Here's our first horn right here. And let's see about this lighting. Man, this guy ain't gonna work, man. What the heck, man? Hold on. To the bottom of the oil pan. I don't know. What the heck, man? Just give me all the metal in the car you'll be looking for. This thing is supposed to. Let's try that. Let's try. Whoops! What the heck did I do? Did I just bring that camera all the way? Dang it! All right. That's not bad. Alright, and we got our two Phillips right here, so we're good to go. Alright, let's go get us a 13 millimeter. And what we're going to do is take off that bolt right up there and let this horn drop down. Then we can work on it out here. And we're going to the other side, and we have our other one right here with a 13. We're going to take that off. Alright, let me look at 13. Right back. Alright, guys, we're back. We got 13 millimeter deep. 3/8 drive, my 3/8 drive ratchet. What I'm gonna do is go up here. Unbolt the horn. Okay. Put the bolt back. Just about a couple threads, just so I don't lose it. Really, I can't get a bolt started. All right, then I'll go over here to the other side. And here's our other one. I need some little lighting over here. And this light ain't really helping me none either. really. Alright, there's our other one. And we got a 13mm bolt right up here. Let's get our ratchet. Where's our ratchet now? Get that bolt out. You know what? Check this out. What I'm gonna do here is, let's move over here to the side a little bit. Let's unbolt these first. Alright. So let's get our Phillips screwdriver. And let's take those screws out. Let's make it a lot easier for us. Alright, there's our ratchet. Alright, now let's go up here. And take this out and get that horn out of there. Right back. Okay, we got the bolt out. Here's our wiring harness right here. We'll bring that down to about here. And now let's go over to our other side over here. This side is nice, so we can got a nice lighting over here. Take our Phillips screwdriver. Let's turn this around. And I ain't gonna be able to see. Let me see if I can set this camera down on the ground and hold it straight up. Yeah, that's pretty good. Cool. All right. And let's unbolt this horn. Now guys, if you missed part 1 on this or the other video, on European cars, the brown wire, that's ground. They consider that ground, not the black one. And this one has black with a white, but that's going to be the positive side. This is going to be the negative side right here. All right. The next thing, our new horn has spade terminals. Like you see, these horns have little eylet openings. Our new one has spade terminals. So what you're going to do here is bring our harness down, cut both of them off. All right, have them open like that. Get you a cheesy pair of wire strippers, and we're gonna cut off just enough right here. Make sure that twist that thing around. Whoops. That thing around and break it off just about that much right there. Let me see if I can get you close on that. Alright, let's do our other one. Let's say it's about 1/4 of an inch, if that. Alright, got them stripped off now. Now you want to twist them. That's going to make for a great connection when we put our connectors on it. Twist both wires. Now what we're going to use here is red spade terminals, solderless terminals. And what you're going to do, matter of fact, we're going to put those on. But let me go get something else also. Be right back. Alright guys, we're back. Make sure I get this thing set up. Alright, and we got some solderless connectors here. What you want to do, now you notice the color's red, and on your tool, it's going to have colors also. Red, blue, and yellow. That's all you got to do is match them up. Now, let me get down right here a little bit. And what you want to do, I like to do this. I like to set this up where I'm going to crimp it at, and then I put the wire in, make sure it's nice and tight in there, and then squeeze tight. Done. Go to my next one. dang it. Sometimes working with gloves on, man, it ain't no fun. Alright, let's get our second one set up. Put it in there. Squeeze. Make sure it's squeezed nice and tight. Alright, that is great, guys. That is done. That is done. Next thing I'm gonna do is take off my gloves. Get some electrical tape. And a lot of guys use the heat shrink. Guys, you can do it this way, trust me. I mean, the guys, I mean, you put heat shrink on this, you still got it open over here. So really, take some tape around here. Matter of fact, let's take off a piece. And we're going to just make sure that's nice and tight around there. Okay, that's that. All right, now let's get another piece for the other one. And take our time and just wrap it up. Just twist it to make sure it's nice and sealed. And there you go. That looks great. That looks great. All right. Before we go and put the horn up, I'm gonna go to the other side and I'm gonna do the other wires the same way. All right. And when I'm done with that, we're gonna come back and we're gonna install the horns. Be right back. All right, guys. Here we go. Got this one, the driver's side that we did over here. Got my little light set up. Here's the passenger side. The next thing we're gonna do is hook up our horns. Let's go out here. Genuine import parts. Got these from Fisher Auto Parts Store. And here's one horn. And let's see here. Came with a bunch of stuff, but we put our own connectors on, so I ain't worried about that. But we do gonna need that. A little lock washer and a nut. And get that over there. Alright, now we're just gonna put that in just a little bit. Because we gotta position this in the right way. Because these horns are down at the bottom, you wanna make sure, first of all, that the horns are not facing upward. Because what's going to happen is if water from being underneath the car, if water gets down in there, it's going to mess it up. So you got to make sure the horn part is going to face down, or you know, somewhere around there like that. You know, get it out of there. All right, so we're gonna go up here, and there's our mounting right there. And being that we got this little shield right here, it's nice to get it, you know, inside of here too. So definitely outside of everywhere. And you notice I always like to mount the horn, like you see how the bracket is. I always like to mount the horn coming outward. Yeah. Oh yeah, that's great right there. Look at that. My horn is going to be out into here, and it's going to be facing out at the same time. And I got my wiring harness over here so I can connect it. So let's get our bolt. And let's start this bolt. Let's get it started up there. And you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna go ahead and tighten that one up, because that one, yeah, that one's good. We're gonna tighten that top one up. We're gonna tighten that. Oh, that looks great. That looks great. And these horns, one is a high and one is a low. Alright, and that's going to be a little issue right there. So we're going to have to turn our horn a little bit. which is okay. Bend it up a little bit so I can turn it. That is okay. Now these horns, even though the wires are positive and negative, the horns are not. You can put reverse, you can put any kind of way you want. So we're gonna go ahead and connect those two. Wow. You know what? Let me put this camera down. Okay, let's see. Can you see that? Yeah, you can see that. All right. 1, 2. That is, wow, that looked like it was made for it. Okay, this is a bigger bolt right here. So we're gonna tighten that up. All right, we got that. Let's get us a socket so we can tighten up that bottom one. And that looks great right there. All right, be right back. Matter of fact, why be right back? Let's grab our other horn. You don't need no instructions. You don't need no instructions. You read many. Alright. Unbolt that. Here we go. A bag of goodies right here. That's all we need is that right there. Hook it up. Remember, I like to have the bracket so the alternator, so the horn is going away from it. And there we go. Get our little lock washer right there. Get our nut on the end of it. Alright. Let's get this stuff out. And you can see they gave us new connectors just in case, but we already put some up there. Alright, so let's go over this side now. And we're going to see how we're going to position this one. Okay, make sure, yeah, you can see it right there. Alright, where's our... Where's the bolt for this, man? Dang it. Yeah, it's around here somewhere. Okay, let's see here. Okay, our wiring harness is right here. So, put that right there. Oh, it's up there. That's right. I left it up there. See that? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Now wiring harness is right there. That's great. So, I'm going to bend this a little bit. Alright, let's take our bolt off of here. And let's get this started. Alright, I'm pretty much satisfied with that. So I'm going to go ahead and bolt that right up. Great. Alright. Now let's connect our harness. You know, where's our light at? Well, unless you guys can see it, you don't need the light. Alright, let's connect our harness. There we go. Alright, now let's go get a socket. We tighten up the bottom ones. Very good. Alright, here we go. Let me see, make sure you can see that. Yeah, you can see that. Alright, got a 14 millimeter. And again, I'm positioning my horn where no water can build up in it. And I'm going to tighten it up. And I'm holding my horn in place while I'm tightening it because I don't want it to spin. I want to make sure that's nice and tight. Okay. Let's slide over here. to our other one right there. Tighten that up. And we are good to go. Let's clean up out of here and go test out our new horns. Be right back. All right, guys, let's go. Check this horn out. Ooh, S350. We're gonna be, check this out, guys. On this one, we're gonna be, this is the diesel. We're gonna be doing the glow plugs and the glow plugs relay. Astro. All right, let's go over and check this out. Dang it! Oh, what the heck is wrong with me? This one had the key in, had the key in the on position. All right. Woo! Look at that. Yeah. It's working. That's cool. All right, so let's get our stuff from under here. Let this car down, and what I'm gonna do, because we're inside of this kind of drive. What I want to do is turn this vehicle around, and because I don't want this fumes to go inside the house and all. But I need you guys to hear how this Mercedes run when it's cold and all. All right. So let's get all this stuff out of here, get it set down, and be right back. All right, guys, I turned the vehicle around. That's a nice little bitty engine. All right, check it out. This thing, I don't like the way this thing running kind of rough here. All right, so let's go inside. 199,000 miles. This is nothing. All right. Let's put our key in the on position. Wait for the light to go out. You see how you hear it like the whole vehicle shaking? And actually, look up under the hood, and you can see the reservoir tank, how that's shaking. Put it in drive. Thing's really shaking. Let's go out here now. Oh, there it is. Now, here's the weird part. Now, also, I know we got to change these little hoses because they bleeding through a little bit. But watch what happens when I bring the idle just a tad bit. I mean, the whole camera's shaking. Thing runs great. I mean, that thing runs really good. As soon as I let it go, got that little rough idle. So I definitely need your opinion on what you think was going on here. I know we gotta have some diesel techs out there. I ain't beyond asking. All right, so let's cut this off. And there you go, guys. Matter of fact, let's cut this on. Make sure our horn is good. This time I got the key on. Good. Shut it off. All right, so guys, definitely, you diesel techs out there, let me know your opinion on that and what you think. All right, be right back.
Okay, so that's how you do horns on an 81 Mercedes-Benz 240D. This has a 2.4 engine and it has 199,000 miles. So, if you guys have any comments or questions, you can post them below in the comment section, or you can email Timmy at tim@astralautorepairs.com. Hope you paid attention. If not, watch it again. This is Sylvia from Astral Auto Repairs, getting seriously wet, so I'm leaving. If we can't repair it, nobody can. See you next time.